Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Love Languages collection from Native War Paints for Valentine's Day. This collection releases January 30th, so in the description box below I will link the Native War Paints site, I will link their Instagram page, and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So we have 5 pastels with beautiful shimmers in them to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Physical Touch, and this is described as a pastel pink with a turquoise shimmer. So here is our first coat of Physical Touch. This is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but the formula is very easy to work with. It's not too thick or too thin. I can go in for a medium-sized coat without having any running or pooling. Also, with these shimmers across the board, you don't have brush strokes through any of them while wet or dry. So here's our second coat, and this does cover for me completely in 2 coats, and again across the board on all 5 of these. Depending on your application, you may need to go in for a 3rd coat. This is going to dry down a little dull, so you'll want a glossy top coat to finish this off, but nothing in here is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Receiving Gifts, and this is described as a pastel blue leaning teal with a pink shimmer. So here's our first coat of Receiving Gifts. And this one is a little sheer on the first coat, just like the last one was, but again, across the board, formulas are fantastic, smooth, easy to apply, no running or pooling or staining on any of these. Again, that shimmer is going to stand out really, really nicely without having any brush strokes throughout it either. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely for me in 2 coats, but once again, depending on your application and how super picky you are, you may need to go in for 3 coats, but you don't have any kind of patchiness throughout any of these. It would just be how apparent your nail line is. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Acts of Service, and this is described as a pastel blue with a gold shimmer. Here's our first coat of Acts of Service. So, just like the last 2, a little sheer here on this first coat. Formula is excellent though, no running, pooling, staining. This one I feel has one of the stronger shimmers in the collection as far as how well it stands out against the base color. It is very apparent on the nail. So here is our second coat, and this does cover for me completely in 2 coats. Again, you might need to go in for 3 if you have a super white nail line. Nothing in here is going to dry textured, but you'll want a glossy top coat to help make it shiny because it does dry a little bit on the dull side. And nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove either. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Quality Time, and this is described as a pastel purple with a blue shimmer. So here is our first coat of Quality Time. So this one is also pretty sheer on the first coat. Formula is excellent though, very smooth, no running or pooling, no brush strokes throughout the shimmer. There might be a couple in this one, but those will entirely go away as it dries. So here's our second coat, and I did stop here at 2 coats. I could have definitely gone in for 3 coats. I think this is the only one that I would recommend 3 coats on, but again, this one is going to dry a little dull on its own, so you will want a top coat to finish this off, but nothing is going to dry textured or be hard to remove. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Words of Affirmation, and this is described as a pale gray with a violet shimmer. So here's our first coat of Words of Affirmation. And this one is a little sheer on the first coat. Formula is excellent, very smooth, beginner friendly, easy to apply, no complaints on any of these formulas across the board. The shimmer that's in this one also stands out really, really nicely without having like too much polish on it. You know how you have to kind of build shimmers up. These all look really nice in 2 coats. So this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Again, you might want to go in for 3 if you have a super white nail line or if you're extremely picky, but you'll want a top coat just to make this nice and glossy, and nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove or messy. So there is 2 coats. So my favorite of this collection is Words of Affirmation. This is such a beautiful neutral gray, but then it has that pink to purple shimmer. and it catches in the lights and with different colors flashing at you. Sometimes you get that pink, sometimes you get that purple, but it's not one of those shimmers that in like indoor lighting don't show up. So like in indoor lighting, I see the purple shimmer, and then like out in the sunlight, I see the pink shimmer, and then there are times that I catch both of them. So I really, really like it for that reason. Also had a really good formula, no complaints across the board there. So Words of Affirmation was my favorite. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.